everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I want to share a recipe with you, and it is called cranberry salad. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. Now this is one of my Granny Sarah's recipes, and from as long back as I can remember, guys, when we would go to her house at Christmas and Thanksgiving, she always had cranberry salad on her table with her turkey and dressing and all that. She always had traditional turkey and dressing meal for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we always loved Granny's dressing. Everything Granny made was great. But anyway, I've talked to her about her before on my other channel, on my other videos, and she was a baker too. Like, she made wedding cakes, and she's just so talented, such a talented lady. Okay, the first thing you need is you need a box of black cherry and orange jello, and you're just going to take 2 cups of hot water, and you're going to pour that into the a bowl, and you're going to stir it together until it dissolves. You're going to put it in the refrigerator till it's just starting to set. If you can see, it's kind of jiggly. It's not completely there, but it's jiggly. It's going to take about an hour to an hour and a half, okay? So while you're doing that, you're going to chop up your cranberries. You're going to need a bag of cranberries. You're going to chop them with your food processor. Just chunk them up. And then you're going to need 4 oranges cut into pieces. You're going to need the zest of 2 oranges, which these are the size oranges I used, guys. I really only did 3.5 because I was going to do 4, and I thought, I think that's too much because these are good size and they're juicy, so I didn't need it. And then you need a can of crushed pineapples drained. Well, I only had pineapple chunks, so I had to run these through my food processor and then drain them. So I've got my crushed pineapples, and these are my cranberries that I used. I just used fresh cranberries. And then you need a cup of sugar, a cup of pecans, a cup of coconut, sweetened coconut, and then you need a cup of celery finely chopped. That's about 3 stalks, okay? So while this is working in the refrigerator, you're going to do all that. So the first thing is we're going to add this in here, and then we're going to add our sugar. Let's see, get me I think I need a big spoon too, and then I'm going to use this one. Go ahead and get all my cranberries in here. And I'm going to be referring back to my recipe because this is something I only make, you know, like certain times of the year, Christmas, Thanksgiving. All right, let's see, mix in a bowl, cranberry, orange zest, sugar. Okay, stir this up. Then we're going to do our orange zest. There's a lot going on in here, guys, and cranberry and oranges pair so well together. They're amazing. And here's my oranges that I have cut into small pieces. There's a lot, and this is not really hard. It is a little time consuming. You feel like you're stirring up the whole kitchen to do it because there's so much going on, you know, in it. And there's a lot of fruit in there. There's a lot of cutting and prepping, but your food processor is going to be your friend in all this. All right, here's our crushed pineapples. Put those in there. Stir that up. All right, we're going to take our celery. Like I said, 3 stalks of celery, and we have to chop ours up really fine. And if I see any like long pieces, I'll pick those out because I do not want that in my cranberry salad. This makes a lot, guys, and this feeds a lot. But you know, Granny always fed a lot of people. All right, and then we're going to add our coconut and our pecans. Get all that stirred up. And then we're going to break up our jello, and we're going to stir it in there with it. Now you could probably just do it like this, but the jello makes it, I don't know, just gives it a different consistency. This is such a pretty dish. So we're going to break up that jello because it's starting to set, however you call it. Get that out and break it up. And for the longest time, we couldn't find black cherry jello. So hard to find. It seems like one year I had to use raspberry or something. It was weird, but anyway, you just mix all this up together. And this is such a pretty salad, and it feeds a lot of people, and it's so good. It pairs so good. Just a piece of that orange, and I don't like the looks of that. It feeds a lot of people. A whole lot of people. Let's see if I can get that. And these are not, you don't cook your cranberries, you just they're fresh and you just, you know, mash them up or run them through your food processor. And I kind of like that kind of stuff. I like fresh cranberries. Now, I do like cooked cranberries. I'm you know, I don't hate that, but I love the freshness of this. And if you want to do your oranges smaller, you can. I just did them in little chunks because I think they look good like that. But you can do them smaller. Now, I do not recommend you put them through the food processor. I tried that one time and that was kind of a disaster. They turned to mush and they didn't look pretty. So, there's that story. All right, here we go. I think we got it all mixed up. And the more it sets, the more it's gonna congeal. But y'all, that is the cranberry salad. And I'm telling y'all, this is such an amazing dish. Every time I bite into it, I think about my granny and I think about my growing up. And it tastes just like I remember. Now, you can use sugar-free jello if you want. I do not like sugar-free jello. I think it's a little too, I don't know, something. That does not want to break up. That jello does not want to break up. I'm gonna pull that out. Don't know why. Maybe I left it in there just a little too long in the fridge because it says in the recipe as it starts to set up, you're supposed to mix it up. So maybe I left it just a few minutes too long, but it still broke. The rest of it broke up just fine. All right. Okay, guys, there you have it. Start to finish, cranberry salad, not jello salad. But anyway, this is great for any Thanksgiving or Christmas table if you're going to be doing turkey and dressing. Complements it great. It's a lot of fresh flavors in there, a lot of good flavors. Yes, it has sugar in it, but you know, it is the holidays. So just try to balance all that out and enjoy yourself. But like I said, this takes me back to times when I was a little girl and I went to my granny's and I had her dressing and I had her cranberry salad and I always loved it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marsha, and don't forget that everything you need and how to make this is going to be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.